Streamer University is making the problem worse. Look, I don't know how, I don't know what are you talking about, but we'll just get straight to reacting. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, greatest shout out goes to Colton Connelly, and let's just see what do you mean it makes the problem worse.
Kai Cenat's Streamer University is not what it claims to be. Because underneath all the viral clips, the crazy auditions, and the whole helping the community message, a much bigger problem begins to show. So let's expose the hidden truth of what Streamer University really is, and why millions of people are still willing to chase a dream that doesn't exist.
Oof, a dream that doesn't exist. Nah. I don't like that motivation. We don't like that motivation here. Here in this channel, we believe everything is possible. You want to be a content creator? Go ahead, you can, bruh. Start with a small laptop, then just grow yourself up. That's simple. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. You can't be saying a dream that can't exist. That's not happening there.
For us to better understand what's going on now, let's look back at what went wrong the first time around. It's no secret that the first Streamer University failed at its actual purpose. The idea was pretty simple though. Kai Cenat selects 120 of the most promising and up-and-coming streamers and teaches them how to make a living off it. 17 veteran streamers acted as professors and offered classes on things like monetization, how to use software, and growth strategies. All great things that every content creator should know. So why did it go so wrong?
Everybody, get on that gut bus now! Out!
Streamer University was never really about educating young streamers on how to turn content into a reliable source of income. It was always about entertainment. Both Kai and the streamers he accepted all knew that going in.
So yeah, it's about entertainment and learning, I think. Bro, at this point, anyone who came out of Streamer University is famous. Rakai, fucking Tota, Ray, a fucking Yana, for an example. Look at her, bro. Fucking DDG, bro. Famous. All because of Streamer University. It's like you go in, you come out a different person, bro. Fame, bro. Like, that's how it works.
And that's fine, but when you put that many people all competing for a little bit of attention, things start to go wrong fast. Pile that on with the poor planning issues, and you had internet outages, constant technical issues, and professors not even showing up to the classes that they were supposed to teach. There were also major concerns around the application process itself, with reports of leaked data exposing sensitive applicant information. And by the end of it, even the physical environment reflected the chaos. I mean, they literally didn't even pick up the trash. But the real problem runs deeper than the poor execution of the event itself. It's the lie it reinforced to an entire generation watching at home. Kai Cenat has somehow convinced millions that streaming is a guaranteed ticket to get rich. And it makes sense. I mean, Kai Cenat's a money chaser. We all know it by now. And while Streamer University 1 was a big failure for most of its students, it wasn't a failure for Kai. It made headlines and got even more eyes onto him and his friends. But somehow, amidst all the chaos and poor planning, and to Kai's credit, some breakout streamers did emerge. Yana, Extra Emily, and Rakai all owe a lot of their success to Streamer University. So there was some good press that came out of it. But yet, you ask people—
I told you, you go in, you come out with fame. Like, that's it, but I don't know what you mean he tricked.
Well, today, what their opinion on Kai Cenat is, they'll say he doesn't care about his community, that he's a money chaser. So what happened in between now and then that has tarnished Kai's reputation to what it is today? Let's break down the timeline. Streamer University 1 happens a little over a year ago and puts a ton of eyes on Kai Cenat. He gets a bunch of views, a bunch of money, and he funnels those views into his third subathon, or as its better known name, the Begathon. Mafiathon 3 goes live for 30 days and millions of dollars in donations flow in. Now, why anyone in their right mind would donate to Kai Cenat or any other famous rich streamer, I don't know, beats me. But anyway, he makes a ton of money from that, and then suddenly in September of 2025, disappears into retirement, leaving his fans confused and a bit betrayed. Then, after months of nothing, he breaks the silence to announce his newest cash grab, a designer clothing line called Vivette. I could do an entire video.
Yeah, there's just one problem. The Vivette hasn't even been sold yet, bro. I haven't seen one soul talking about Vivette. Not even a soul saying how good it is, or any guy wearing it in general. I haven't seen a human being wearing Vivette till this day, or on TikTok, or on anything. I'm being serious. So what happened to Vivette? That's my question.
On Vivette, but Just know for the sake of time and for obvious reasons that failed. So what does Kai do? He can't
Your Spotify playlist is sabotaging your best hours. Your Spotify playlist was built for vibes, not focus.
He can't do another subathon because his viewers caught on that that was just a ploy for money. He decides to go back to his original cash grab, but ups the stakes even more, making it bigger and more expensive. Now, Kai needs Streamer University 2 to succeed. Not just because it's a good way for him to make money, but because it gives him a chance to rebuild his community, to get his name back in the headlines and prove that he still has the influence that made him one of the biggest creators in the world. But in order for Streamer University to work, Kai has to convince millions of people that this is more than just another stream. He has to convince them that this is an even bigger opportunity than the last time. So now the stakes have been set and you're all caught up to today. Let's take a look behind the curtain and see the big issue hiding underneath Streamer University. Real fast, guys, I really do appreciate every single one of you for watching this video. They take a long time for me to make, but I really do enjoy making them for you guys. The one thing I want to ask, and it's the only time I'll ask it, just please subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps me out. Anyways, that's the only time I'll ask. Let's get back to the video. The big and unintended problem of Kai Cenat's overnight fortune is what it does to the millions of delusional fans who all seem to think that they can be the next Kai Cenat.
We start this evening with thousands of aspiring content creators flooding Atlanta for a chance to learn from internet sensation Kai Cenat.
The only reason Kai Cenat does his applications like this is so he can get good clips for his stream. If we're being honest, he probably already knows who's going to be accepted into Streamer University before the auditions were even announced. Last Streamer University, over 1 million people applied to attend, and just a little over 100 were picked as students. That's about a 0.01% acceptance rate.
So you're saying Streamer University is harder to get in than Harvard? That is crazy. Because let's be honest, there isn't 1 million people who are applying to Harvard this year, bro. Streamer Uni there is, and you gotta prove to them that you deserve the spot. Harvard, you just show them your grades, but god damn, bro, how the fuck do you do that, bro?
Harvard has an acceptance rate of 4.2%. With numbers like that, it's hard to explain the behavior we're seeing out of the fans that all seem to think that they deserve a spot in that 1/10 of a percentage point. Because when everybody wants to be a streamer, who's going to be the viewers? Kai Cenat has millions of people traveling across the country with the sense of entitlement that they deserve a spot at Streamer University, thinking they bring something new to the table when, in reality, all Kai Cenat has done is create an army of self-entitled clones that look and act just like him. They see the success of these other streamers that make it look easy and think they can do it too. And I'm not saying that none of them can do it. I mean, out of 1 million applicants, 1 or 2 are almost guaranteed to. But what about the other 99.99%? I mean, they'd be far more likely to get into a real university and get safer, more secure jobs. But instead, they're standing in line at Streamer University thinking Kai Cenat is the answer to their prayers. And this is where the bigger consequence starts to show up. Not everyone can be in the top 1% of streamers, but the internet makes it feel like you can. So instead of people spending the time getting actually educated in a trade or a meaningful career, people start pouring years into chasing a position that statistically, almost none of them can reach. Let me just put it into perspective how hard it is to become a streamer. In 2025, on Twitch alone, 9 million people went live for the first time.
Holy
and out of
shit.
all the streamers on Twitch, over 90% of them stream to fewer than 10 viewers. Not good odds. Okay, but what happens if you do have what it takes? If you've grown a big enough audience for Kai Cenat to accept you into Streamer University, oh, and that's the thing, if you don't already have an audience, good luck getting in. But say you do, you're not even any closer to making it. Even though Kai Cenat claims Streamer University is supposed to help the little guys win,
Nah, but let's be honest. There are millions of people who are trying content creation, including me myself. I am doing content creation. But the difference between you and those million is if you have what it takes, and if you're like confident of yourself and believe in God and believe in yourself that you're gonna make it. Some people would do it and then quit in a month or 2. But if you're dedicated, shit, you're making it. That's a guarantee. The only way you fail is if you stop posting videos. That's it. Literally, that's it. If you stop posting, you fucked. That's really it.
all our For You pages are still going to be dominated by the same 10 streamers we see every day. Why is that? Well, in today's streaming ecosystem, it's a numbers game. Neon, the famous streamer, in a recent 5-week period, paid out over $1.4 million to 303 clippers. In any given month, he estimated that he's paying one of his clippers at least $100,000. So what does this actually mean in practice for Streamer University? Well, the sad part is, there's definitely people in those Streamer University lines that can make better content than Neon. They might be more entertaining and definitely need the money more, but you just can't compete with his resources. It's why the top 0.5% of streamers account for 76% of all hours watched on the platform. And at Streamer University, it's gonna be no different. Everyone is just trying to get their own moment, their own viral clip, their own way out. And when it's one student clipping his own content and posting it on one account versus the $1 million budget of the 1% streamers, the little guys just can't win. So the real question becomes, how do you actually fix Streamer University if the goal is what Kai says it's supposed to be? The simplest way I can think is actually pretty straightforward. You don't let the biggest creators dominate the live environment. Instead, you need to flip the system. You let the smaller creators have exclusive streaming rights during the week of Streamer University. It's already a controlled environment. Kai could easily say that his friends can come and be their high energy personalities, but they have to do it on the students' streams. So instead of the big names pulling attention away from everyone else, they become part of someone else's growth. It would force the viewers to have to tune into the smaller streamers' channels to see their favorite creators clip farm. Because right now, Streamer University and the whole streaming ecosystem as a whole is built in a way where the attention always flows back to the top. And as long as that stays true, nothing really changes. The biggest creators get bigger, and the smallest creators fight for views that don't really exist. But it doesn't have to be that way. Thanks for watching, guys.
Damn. Okay, we get you. We understood. So small creators need to have a chance because the big creators do take all the space. Yo, big creators, you fucking greedy fucks. Y'all are famous already. Give me the spotlight for once. Stop paying clippers. Let them clip me for once, you fucking dog shit. Please. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy that video. Make sure you guys like and sub. And yeah, have a blessed day. See you guys in the next one, and peace.